This week's edition of Grappler's Keep is brought to you once again by Diet Water. Sit back, relax, enjoy the show. And as everyone is probably already breaking their New Year's resolutions that they tried to start earlier this week, there is one way you can help keep one of them if it has to do with your health, and that is to make sure you are drinking plenty of fluids to keep yourself hydrated. And the best way to do that is with the one product that has all of that great water taste, but still only half of those dreaded water calories. The one, the only, Diet Water. This product's only available in stores where it is sold. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are time zone-wise on this island Earth. This is Kentucky Hawkeye, KY Hawkeye, your host here on Hawkeye's Old Time Gaming Emporium. It is Saturday night, and that marks the return of Grappler's Keep, our WWE 2K23 universe, where a number of characters from all of your favorite tabletop RPG genres compete in a ring that we lovingly call the Dice Tray. We've been off for a few weeks because of the holidays and other schedule things getting thrown in the way, but we are back at it as we have a couple of big events coming up here in the next few weeks. One, I believe it'll only be about 3 or 4 weeks from now, will be our coronation tournament, where we will do our equivalent of the king and queen of the ring. We call it something a little bit different, but we'll be having that tournament here coming up sometime soon. And then a few weeks after that will be our next premium live event, and that is the Fiendish Stockade, our version of Hell in a Cell. So we have a lot of stuff coming up here. We have new rivalries. We have, after the last premium live event, every belt but one changed hands last time around. So we'll talk about who all has the belts. We have my brain just went blank on me here. The bag of holding cases are out there, and we'll talk about who has those and what the ramifications are for that, as well as seeing what our card is for tonight and the most up-to-date news. So, without any further ado, since we used all the ado making dinner last night, let's go ahead and get things started. Do you dare enter the dice tray? Welcome to Grappler's Keep. All right, let's go get things set and going here. Let us take a look at the news. Most of this will be after the premium live event. So we will start here at the beginning here. Feline Locke has suffered a minor injury during her match. Though still cleared to compete, the threat of further injury should be a concern on the superstar's mind, and that might explain her loss a little bit. Cheryl Aronoma was injured during her match as well, where she lost her belt, the Women's Hunter's Mark, to Annabelle Dukes, who we see here won the Women's Hunter's Mark. Doxel Rubison won in the big ladder match, and he now bears the Men's Hunter's Mark. And we have new women's tag team champions. Shiny and Sable, the tag team of Sister Cyber, are now the queens of the keep. And that updates all the news. So basically, we had every belt change except for the Knights of the Realm. The men's tag team champions are still the Paladins. However, we have a new men's champion, Jarduk Marduk. Junka defeated the Dungeon Master to win the men's championship, the Master of Melee. Belle Sanders defeated Goldie Boone, and she now is the women's champion. She is the Lady of Valor women's champion. We have new Queens of the Keep, as we saw here, Sister Cyber, and now the women's tag team champions. And because of a cash-in attempt earlier in the month by the bearer of the Men's Hunter's Mark, we had a ladder match to crown the new champ, and Doxel Rubison is now our men's bearer of the Hunter's Mark. And in her match, Annabelle Dukes defeated Cheryl Aranoma, and she is now the bearer of the Women's Hunter's Mark. So they have those belts. And for Bill Sanders and for Jarduk Munka, they have to keep in mind that Novar, Xanantrone, and Analyth hold the men's and women's bag of holding. They won those a few months back, and they can cash those in anytime they want against the men's and women's champion. It can be before a match. It could be before a stream here. It can be during a match. It can be in the or after a match, and they are guaranteed that title shot. So both Bill Sanders and Jarduk have to keep their heads on a swivel. But let's take a look at tonight's card. As you can see here, starting us off here, Annabelle Dukes has her first time bearing the Women's Hunter's Mark. She'll bear it against Neil Caillo, who was just one match away from being able to cash in on a championship bid herself, but was just lost one match too soon. Will she have a chance to get another shot at that? We will find out tonight. In men's tag team action, we have Power and Glory, our men's tag team out of the Cyberverse, Checkmate and Dynamo, going up against the Bravestone brothers, Balrig and Dolgrim. They are the Barbarians. We have Minyun Maitlar and Desiree Bouveau going at each other in women's singles action. Vin Blastine will be the first to challenge Doxel Rubison for the Men's Hunter's Mark. In women's triple threat action, Warble, Jayla Fast Shadow, and Lorana will be going at each other. In men's action here, we have a massive rivalry brewing now between Rulam and Callius Lucidus. We'll talk more about that when their match comes up. Komona has been fingered as being the biggest threat. The number one contender for the belt against Bill Sanders, depending on your perspective on that. And that rivalry was already going basically as soon as the match was over during the Dirty Deeds PLE. Stuff was already happening in the back rooms on that one. Benvarde Bitday Mustaine, former men's champion, will be meeting Jarduk in non-title action here. As we mentioned, Jarduk Monk is now the men's champion. And in women's tag team action, we have Thrill and Chill, Charity and Chastity going up against Sister Cyber, as there appears to be some animosity going on between those. So let's go ahead and let's head to the dice tray and get things started. As we said, our first match is a title match. We always have at least 2 title matches each stream, and they're usually at least for the Hunter's Mark. For those of you not familiar, the Hunter's Mark is our fighting championship, kind of the equivalent of the old TV or internet championships with different wrestling groups territorial groups in the past. Basically, whoever has the Hunter's Mark must defend the Hunter's Mark every time we have a stream, whether it's a regular stream like this or if it's a premium live event. If they successfully bear the Hunter's Mark against someone 4 times in a row, they can cash in the belt and have a shot at the primary championship, whether it be the men's Master Melee belt or the women's Lady of Valor belt. Annabelle Dukes, of course, would be shooting for the Lady of Valor belt, but this is her first time bearing the Hunter's Mark, and she'll do it against someone who held the belt and was just short of getting that 4th victory in order to claim her shot at the championship. That would be Nayo Kiyo. So we are going to go ahead and get started with that first match. with the belt on the line. So let's go ahead and get things started. As we are here at the home grounds here in Louisville, here inside Diet Water Arena.
And is for the Women's Internet Fighting Championship.
On the waffle waffles, launch the ice cream scoop trebuchets. We have an incoming raid.
We have a raid!
Hawkeye's full-time gaming equipment.
Linden SG Live, glad to have you here with us tonight. Let's give you a shout out. As you've just seen our new raid alert here, the trebuchets and the crossbows have been loaded and launched. I've been busy with some other stuff, so I didn't get to join in tonight, but you can find my wrestler character among a number of others on Linden's channel on Saturday nights. He does other variety gaming during the week. So go ahead and place your orders with Tori as she takes you all to your private WWE 2K23 viewing room as we get things going here. Tori will take your orders, and Virgil, the Caramel Cyborg, will get your orders ready, and they will be brought to you while you enjoy the action here tonight. Thank you very much for the raid as we see Neil Coelho coming in. She is from Ganymede. When the moon's outside Jupiter, she's from our sci-fi realm. And she is now seeing her opponent, the ladies holder of the Hunter's Mark, Annabelle Duke. She's considered one of the toughest people on the east side of town. She runs the speakeasy known as the Fresh Fantasy. She is from our noir area of tabletop RPGs. As we get things going here, wearing that belt proudly that she won at our last premium live event, the Dirty Deeds, our version of, Dirty Deeds, our Extreme Rules premium live event, and this is the belt they will be competing for. This is the Women's Hunter's Mark. It is defended every time we have a stream, and we'll go back to our ring announcer so he can introduce everyone. Naomi Keough being introduced to the crowd.
And her opponent from the west side.
Oh, I guess it's the west side, not the east side.
Internet Fighting Champion Annabelle Duke.
So, it is defended every time we have a stream. If someone defends the belt 4 times in a row successfully, they can cash it in for a title shot for either the Master of Melee or the Lady of Valor Championship. Nail is a former holder of this belt. She was 1 victory shy of getting that victory. Looks like she's set. Annabelle is loose and ready to go. And here we go. And Nail comes right quick in with the kick and a nice undercut there with the shoulder there. And now here comes Annabelle swinging as well. Quick kick to the gut. Wraps up. Nice swinging neck breaker by the champion. Handstand into a body splash. And now comes right in. Clothesline and knocks Neil all the way out on the Eldritch Blast safety mats there outside of the ring. Annabelle comes right in. Another quick kick. Wraps her up. And there's that swinging neck breaker again. And that handstand into the body splash worked to perfection. Nail having trouble getting things started here after a quick start. And now arm twist, and now handstand into a double knee into the arms here. Annabelle's not wasting any time going right after Neol here. She definitely wants to try to hang on to that belt. Comes right back in. Big running knee shot misses. Neol rolls out of the way and throws her straight down. Pulls her back again and is going for the hair pull. Has those arms up. As you can see, Neol does not have any eyes. She's from Ganymede, where she does not use sight. She uses psionics to be able to see what she's doing. Feels that gives her a lot better advantage than just regular eyesight. Into the turnbuckle she goes, and an elbow right into the kidneys. Pulls her out, slams her under the turnbuckle again. Goes for a foot stomp, pushes it, Annabelle pushes it away and throws Neil down. And now a big knee shot there to the jaw. Standing moonsault into a pin attempt, but only a 2 count. Annabelle thought she had something going there. She's going to do that standing moonsault again. Quick kick, rolls out, and head scissor into a facial slam straight down. That asteroid, she calls it, but Annabelle comes right back, grabs the arm, slapped to the back of the head. Now Neil coming back, quick kick, throws her down. And looks like she wants to go for that hair pole arm stretch once again. Releases it on command by the ref. Now going for the neck twist, trying to twist some of the energy in the air out of Annabelle. Now throws her straight down. Spinning splash here. She calls that the falling star. Tries to get the crowd up and going. Annabelle's back up. And nice Hurricane Rana while Neil was too busy celebrating to the crowd. Now Annabelle flexes a little bit. Gives Neil opportunities and quick kicks. Nice little roundhouse there. And now just has that headlock onto the ropes. Then breaks it. Quick whip into the ropes. Nice toe drop takedown. Just walks literally all over the top of Annabelle there. Hook up. Neil whipped into the ropes once again. Drops down. Nice hip toss. Neil wraps her up. Swing and a miss. Goes up. And she's going for the big spin. Her Karanas are down. Oh, a quick kick by Annabelle. Salutes the audience. And that gives Neil some time to get back into it. Picks her up. Body slam straight down. And now she's going upstairs. Turns around. She might be going for the Jupiter bomb. And nails it. She's going to go upstairs again. And another falling splash. Doesn't go for the pin yet. Is going to pull her away from the ropes a little bit, it seems. Now hooks the leg, goes for the pin. And it is over. And once again, Nail Caillo is the bearer of the Women's Hunter's Mark. One splash too many for Annabelle Dukes. And as quickly as she won the belt a few weeks ago, she will lose it once again. With the hook of the leg there. Will she be able to continue on and get the 4 defenses and possibly a shot at the Women's Lady of Valor belt currently held by Belle Sanders? We will find out in the next coming weeks. As you can see, she is quite excited to have that belt back in her possession. She had a pretty successful run before. Will she be able to accomplish it again? Hard to say. We will find out. Especially next week. Now we will go to our next match on the card here. Men's tag team action. As we have our team from the Cyberverse, Dynamo and Checkmate. They are the team known as Power and Glory. And they will be going up against the Bravestone Brothers. Balrig and Dolgrim, they are the Barbarians. This is going to be a fun matchup here. Definitely contrast of styles. Whereas Power and Glory uses both some high-powered athleticism along with some power on the end as far as on the Checkmate line of things. The Barbarians, they're not afraid. They just go at you full force with as much power and strength as these two dwarves can come up with. So this is going to be an interesting match. We'll see if Checkmate can hold his own with either one of the dwarf brothers, or if Dynamo is going to be either be able to outdo them with his speed and agility, or if they're going to be able to bring him down to the ground. We'll find out here in just a moment as we get ready here at Diet Water Arena. Coming out first, it is Power and Glory. They have hacked into this world from the Cyberverse, and they are looking to bring their world to this one.
The following is a tag team match set for one fall. On the way to the ring, at a combined weight of 418 pounds, Power and Glory.
Making their way down. Dynamo in the blue, Checkmate in the green and black. They're going to have to do more than hack a few files in order to get a victory here up against the Barbarians tonight. This should be a fun match to see. As you can see, they're feeling pretty confident about themselves. But confidence at the beginning of the match is one thing. Everyone's confident until they take a super kick to the face. All right, you can see the crowd we got a full crowd here, and they're excited for the matches we have on the card here tonight. And here coming out are their opponents. Dwarven Barbarians, they like to eat, drink, and fight. Not necessarily in that order. Balrig, Dolgrim, the Bravestone Brothers.
At a combined weight of 608 pounds, the Bloodshed Brothers.
Don't let their size fool you. They may be stout dwarves, but they move quite well inside the ring, in some cases deceptively so. So as they put their shields down, looks like they are ready to begin. And the crowd is ready. Excitement. It's going to be Checkmate starting things off first. Up against Balrig. And Balrig wastes no time, grabs him right by the nape of the neck, brings him over to the ropes. Lifts him up and drops him right onto the rope, straight down. Grabs the leg, Checkmate's ready, nice. Enziguri response there. Pulls him up, quick snap DDT. Balrig pushes him away, comes in with some big strikes. Wraps him up, gut wrench up to the shoulder and into a gut buster. Then a big knee to the back. And with that, it'll be a quick tag, and here comes Dolgrim. Checkmate trying to get to his feet. Picks Dolgrim up, whips him into the ropes. Picks him up, nice little neck breaker there. And with that will be the quick tag, and here comes Dynamo. Dolgrim ready for him. Nice little dive there. Goes right after. Hip tosses Checkmate back into the ring. Scoops him up. Pump handle suplex. As Checkmate doesn't know what's happened. I don't know if he knows what's happened to him. Dynamo tries to get Dolgrim from behind. He's not able to reach around. Uses the butt push, get him off. Now Dynamo into the ropes and over the rope onto the Eldritch Blast safety mats there outside the ring, and Dolgrim not taking any chances, going right after Checkmate. Hip tosses him back in again, and now here comes Dynamo. While Dolgrim is distracted with the person who's not the legal man in the ring, Dynamo tries to take advantage. Dolgrim pushes him off. Nice run into a DDT. Pulls him up. Big forearm shot, and down goes Dynamo. Here's the tag, and here comes Balrig back in. Dynamo tries to do something. Balrig pushes him off. Big clothesline there. Celebrates, and now Dynamo tags out. And here comes Checkmate. Tries for a slide into him. It doesn't work. Picks him up. Big German suplex. Or should we say a Viking suplex in their case. Pulls him up. Lifts him up again. Nice fall-away slam. He's going upstairs. He's waiting. Big knee drop from the top. Goes for the pin. Dynamo's nowhere around for the rescue, but Checkmate kicks out anyway. Holds the arm up. Big stomp right near the elbow. And with that, here's the tag. And here comes Dolgrim once again. He's telling Checkmate it's over, it looks like here. Pulls him up to his feet. Big sweeping strike. Lifts him up. Sidewalk slam straight down. Big stomp under the arm. He's really feeling it there. Big stomp to the head. Pulls him up. Checkmate ready. Nice dragon screw reversal. And with that, he's going to tag. Dahlgren waits, and here comes Dynamo once again. Dahlgren's ready for him, though. Whip into the ropes. Collision goes nowhere. Nice flip into a Pele kick there by Dynamo. Pulls Dahlgren up. Big forearm shot, trying to show he can go with the hard shots like everyone else. Big stomp to the back of the head. Pulls him up. Now has the head scissors going. And a big elbow right to the noggin. It looks like Dahlgren is bleeding now. He rolls out. He goes after Checkmate. Before he can do anything, Dynamo goes after him. Big super kick. And down goes Dahlgren. As the count begins at 2. Dynamo. Big shoulder block into Dahlgren. Dynamo going upstairs as Checkmate pulls Dahlgren up off the floor. Throws him in. Dynamo ready. Nope, he decides he's too far away to do a top rope maneuver on. Pulls him up. Nice neck breaker there by Dynamo. Pulls him up, has that head scissors once again, and another big elbow shot. Right where he drew blood before. Pulls him up to his feet once again. Holds the arm and a big boot to the chin. Hooks the leg, and here comes Ballrig with the big save. Nice standing shot there. Hooks Ozer to the ropes. He's waiting for Dahlgren to get up, and instead he crawls over, tags in Big Brother, and a big running drop kick by Ballrig. Hooks the leg. Here comes the ref. A little couple of counts late. That might have been a 3 if the ref had been there earlier. He goes after Checkmate just to be safe. Pulls the arm up. Big stomp right onto the triceps. And now here's the tag, and here comes Dahlgren once again. Dynamo tries something, and Dahlgren just pushes him off, pulls him up, wraps him up on the shoulder. He might be going for the longboat here. Oh! Nasty shot. Hooks the leg, goes for the pin. He went for the horn call there. Now he's got Checkmate, has him up over the shoulder drop. Dynamo still down on the ground, into the ropes. Big body splash onto Checkmate. Dynamo's the legal man in the ring and hits the big drop kick on Dahlgren. Hits it on Ballrig as well, and he comes inside the ring. He's not the legal person in. He gets chased out. Dynamo goes after him but falls flat on his face. Now he goes after Ballrig again, goes outside, picks him up, and drops him right on the ring apron. And now Dahlgren's coming right after him, goes after to defend Big Brother. Nice neck breaker there by Dahlgren. Pulls him up to his feet, wraps him up hard, whip into the retaining wall there, and now comes back in. Beats his chest with fury. Dynamo flips himself back up. Meanwhile, Dahlgren again goes after Checkmate. Dynamo's back in. He gets hip tossed in. And a big super kick there by Dynamo. Stomp on the shoulder. Pulls him up. Spins him around. Rolls him over. Big Pele kick. He's going up top. Hits the hits the whiz, goes for the pin. And Ballrig is there just in time for the save. Ballrig pushes Dynamo off, then leaves. And small package wrap up by Dahlgren, and he gets the victory. Checkmate didn't see it in time. And the victory tonight goes to the Blackstone brothers, the Barbarians. WHIZZ, as in a whiz past.
Here are your winners, the Bloodshed Brothers.
As you can see, Dahlgren bleeding, but victorious. Yeah, I can see where that could be misconstrued by people if they chose. Dahlgren showing Ballrig that yes, he's still good. And a big celebration for the Barbarians there tonight. And now, let's go on to women's singles action here as we have Minyun Maitlar going up against Desiree Bouveau. This is going to be a fun matchup here. Some similar stylings between the two. Both from different RPG genres and stuff like that, but they have some similar styles as far as a lot of their styles. They're both very technically oriented wrestlers, so we're going to see some. Normally you expect to see some good stuff here, but now that I've said that, it'll probably just be a knockout brawl. So we'll go ahead and get this match started as we return to Diet Water Arena. Coming out first, it is Minyun Maitlar. She is a drow sorceress from the fantasy RPG realm. Master of the dark arts, here to prove that dark isn't always evil. She considers herself part of the royalty of the drow there in the Underdark. For those into the D&D type of stuff there, and expects to be treated as such. Even to the point where she carries in her scepter with her everywhere she goes. Asks the ref to part the ropes for her, and he does. We'll see if she's able to use her magic abilities here inside the ring up against her opponent here tonight. And looks like she is set and ready as we wait for her opponent to arrive. She is the belle of every ball, singer, dancer, performer on stage, and now in the ring. She is Desiree Bouveau. Makes her way down to the ring. Says the only thing better than her performance in the ring is her performance on stage. We've not ever been able to catch her act. She is out of the noir genre as well. Every noir story has a femme fatale, and she feels that that is her role here in Grappler's Keep. Looks like Minyun is set, as is Desiree. Here's the bell, and here we go. And quick slap by Desiree goes right after Minyun, right into a jawbreaker, and down goes the drow. Doesn't waste any time. Quick kick there by Minyun to get out of what Desiree had planned, and now hard whip into the corner, followed by a big forearm shot and a bulldog out of the corner. Minyun going right after Desiree here. Quick kick and a face plant straight down. And she's going up to the ropes already, daring Desiree to get up. Comes right up and nicely executed Hurricane Rana off the second rope there. Slams the arm down. And now it's some old-fashioned ground and pound time. And a low drop kick there. Not wasting any time. Desiree, another jawbreaker. Trying to get control back. Hard whip into the ropes. Nice little hip toss. Flips her over and already going for the pin. But only a 1 count way early. Desiree trying to send a message. She celebrates to the crowd. Leaves her open for Mignon to come right back with some big strikes. Whips her hard into the corner once again. Follows with another forearm and that bulldog again. Nice combination with that. Desiree wants to roll off stage. Nice over the rope flip by Mignon. No short rest for Desiree, that's for sure. Leaping knee drop there by Mignon. Now wiping her hands as the count goes to 2. Big stomp. Now soccer style kick to the side. Another knee drop, but this time Desiree was ready and rolls away. Comes in with a big clothesline of her own. Mignon throws Desiree back into the ring. And now Mignon's going to work her way around in well before the 10 count. At the count of 5, Desiree back on her feet. Nice drop kick, caught Mignon by surprise. Scoops her up. Reverse DDT. Big kick there. Pulls her up and just slaps her upside the face. No respect at all. Pulls her up. Mignon. Jawbreaker of her own onto Desiree. Quick kick to the knee. Wraps her up. And a nasty DDT there. Going upstairs. See what she's got planned. She's waiting for Desiree to get up. And a big body splash from the top rope. And now some ground and pound. Pulls her up to her feet. Quick kick. And nails it. She's going for the Dragon Slay. The Underdark. She's got it locked in, trying to make Desiree tap out. She's got her trapped there in the center of the ring. Desiree trying to get free. Now is able to get some base up. And was able to get out. Now grabs her by the head. Old-fashioned veal throw towards the corner. Then blows her a kiss. But Mignon punches right back. Quick kick goes up. And hits the magic tower. And gets the pin. So our winner tonight here is Mignon Mightelar. Went for the Underdark at first. That didn't do the trick. But then hits the magic tower. And Desiree has nowhere to go.
Here is your winner, Mistress Sorceress.
Big win for Mignon here. Maybe sets her up well for our coronation tournament here in a few weeks. And now we'll go to men's singles action here. This is for the men's Hunter's Mark. Just like for the ladies, 4 successful defenses get you a shot at the major title. In this case would be for the Master of Melee Championship belt here. We have 2 people out of the fantasy realm here. Vin Blasteem, our Goliath Bard, will be going up against Doxel Rubison, our Tiefling Blood Hunter. Doxel won the ladder match at our last premium live event, Dirty Deeds. And this will be his first bearing of the Hunter's Mark. Vin held it once before. In fact, when Vin won the belt at our first premium live event of the season, only to lose it the week after, he's hoping to repeat history kind of in reverse here up against Doxel. So let's go to our ring announcer. Had to get some diet water there for the palate. And coming out first, it is the challenger, Vin Blastim. He is our Goliath Bard, forced into combat with his instruments being stolen, which he feels are his real weapons, but he has weapons of his own inside the ring as well. He is our heavy metal bard, Goliath, getting ready to make his way down to the ring. As you can see, he's got a good set of fans out there in the crowd. And looks like he is ready to go here. He wants to get that strap around his waist once again. And with that, it looks like with a snarl on his face, he is ready to go. As he gets ready for his opponent to enter. And here comes his opponent. He bears the hunter's mark. It is Doxel Rusabin, Red Tiefling Blood Hunter, seeking to rid the keep of all evil, including whoever might be in the ring against him. They're wearing that belt proudly. This is his first time bearing the hunter's mark. He hopes to bear it 4 times in a row and earn a title shot against the current belt holder of the men's Master Melee belt. That would be Jarduk Munka. But to do that, he must first defeat Vin Blastim, which is not going to be an easy task. But he is ready and he is up to it. Here is the belt that they are going to be fighting for here tonight, the men's hunter's mark. Let us go to the ring announcer for more.
Introducing the challenger from Avalon, weighing in at 365 pounds, Vince Black Steve. And his opponent from the pits of hell, weighing in at 219 pounds, he is the men's Internet Fighting Champion, Dog L. Rossi Big.
Doxel Rusabin holding the belt up proudly. One that he hopes to not only enter Diet Water Arena with, but hopes to leave with it in his possession as well after his match here inside the dice tray here tonight. Showing the belt to Vin Blastim. Say, yes, that's the belt I plan to take home with me. Our ref holding it up for all to see. And with that, Vin looks like he's set and ready to go. Doxel is poised and ready. There's the bell, and here we go. And Vin comes right after Doxel, not wasting any time. Pulls him up right into a massive powerbomb to start. He definitely wants to use that power to his advantage here. Pulls him up. And another power bomb. Looks like he wants to take Doxel out of this before he has a chance to start. Doxel comes with some strikes, his own quick kicks, and right into a snap DDT. Hooking the leg, hoping for some shock and awe, but only got a 1 count. Doxel comes right back there, and good idea. Don't let him get up to his feet. Another snap DDT. Waits for him to get up once again, comes right after him. Quick kick, and a third DDT. You can see what his plan seemed to be. Now he's doing some ground and pound on his end, and Vin is already bleeding. Another stomp to the face. Now to the back of the head. Another big stomp. Smart idea, keeping Vin down on the mat, keep him off his feet to take that power advantage away. Goes a quick kick, now Vin's back up. Big running knee, and down goes Doxel. Pulls him up, and a DDT of his own. And with that, Doxel rolls outside. Vin goes outside as well. He's going to come around, and they're going to meet. Nope, Doxel kind of stops. And Vin comes right after him, just shoves him straight down. I can't tell if he's got a chokehold there or a claw hold or what. But I cannot see. Doxel punches his way free somehow. Quick kick and another DDT by Doxel. Big stomp. And now some forearm strikes, and now slams the head down onto the Eldritch Blast safety mats. Pulls the arm up. Big stomp right on the triceps. Pulls him up. Rams him right into the wall as the count goes to 6. And now throws him back in the ring. He's not going to try to go for count out. Vin back on his feet. Swing and a miss. Doxel takes advantage. Whips in the rope. No, reverses it into a nice hip toss. Pulls him up to his feet once again. Wraps him up. Spins him around, and a big neck breaker. Vin down on his back in the corner. Pulls him up. Wraps him up. Another neck breaker. He's going outside. Looks like he wants to go for the Eldritch Blast, and he nails it. Hooks the leg. Goes for the pin. And Doxel Ruperson successfully defends the men's hunter's mark. 1 down, 3 to go. Doxel did the smart strategy, kept the big guy off his feet, prevented him from using his power, and an impressive victory for our men's champion. Doxel Ruperson still bears the men's hunter's mark. All right, now we're going to have some women's triple threat action here. We've got Jayla Fast Shadow, our halfling druid, going up against Warble, a rogue Kenku, and Lorana, a fawn, lady version of a satyr, so to speak, and master of the satyr school of martial arts. Definitely 3 different styles of stuff going on here. We got the mixed martial arts of Lorana. We have the quick, sneaky rogue in Warble, and Jayla, who's more of a standard technical wrestler in our druid here. So it'll be interesting to see how this one comes out as triple threat matches go. All you have to do is pin or submit one of your opponents. You don't have to take out both. So you can lose this match without losing. And coming out first is Warble. Warble making her way out. She is a rogue. She is a Kenku. Bird-like humanoid. Again, out of the fantasy realm. Though she's a rogue, she has definitely become very popular with the crowd. And looks like she is ready to go. And coming out next is her opponent.
From the Garden of Eden,
Jayla Fast Shadow, solemn druid devoted to the land. Just don't make her mad or insult the natural world. She's not afraid to purge you with fire. She'll destroy you with it and then purify you. Making her way down, torch in hand. Blows out the torch. And now she's ready to come inside the ring. Again, holds that torch high. Yes, I know it's a baseball bat, but it lit up. It was the closest thing I could find to a torch, and it works with the character. You know, sometimes you just have to use your imagination, folks. And it looks like Jayla is set and ready. Now we wait for the final member of this threesome. Lorana, she is a master of the Seder School of Martial Arts. She is our fawn monk, again out of the fantasy realm. Here to prove that the superior fighting style of the Seder School. And she has been fairly successful here in Grappler's Keep so far. Graceful coming in, but do not let that grace fool you. She is a vicious fighter there inside the ring. Let's see, it's the monk versus the rogue versus the druid. Who's going to come out the victor here? Everyone's all set and ready to go. There's the bell, and Jayla goes right after Warble. Lorana watching. Smart strategy. Let them tire themselves out. Big Samoan drop, and now here comes Lorana. Quick kick to the gut. Some knees to the chest, and just throws her out, and then Warble's right ready there. Whip into the ropes. Shoulder block doesn't go anyway. Lorana gets wrapped up by Jayla. Whips her into the ropes. Big elbow. And there comes Warble with a running lariat shot there. Now she goes after Lorana, pulls her up, and a big power bomb from the little Kenku. Goes right back after Jayla. And now a big running knee by Lorana. Whips Warble in the corner and gets caught from behind by Jayla. Warble standing in the corner, wraps her up, pulls her up. Nice little suplex. Warble's ready and just face plants her straight down. Lorana rolls out of the ring. Warble into the corner waiting for Jayla to get up. Here comes a big run. Big running forearm there. Lorana ready. It's like they keep countering each other every time around. Puts her there on the ropes. Big shot to the back. Gonna go outside. What you got planned here? Several knee lifts to the beak. Knocks her back in. Now Jayla comes right after Lorana. There's no rest for the weary in this one. And now Warble comes in. Whips Jayla into the ropes. Pulls her up. Pancake straight down. And Lorana comes after Warble with the knee. Now goes after Jayla. Whips her out of the ring. Now big clothesline by Warble. And a kick or two. Jayla coming back into the ring. Lorana coming right after Warble, and now Jayla comes in, scoops up Lorana onto the shoulder. Body slam straight down, and a drop kick by Warble onto Jayla. Now she goes right after Lorana. Big forearm shot. And a clubbing forearm from behind by Jayla onto Warble. They're just all going after each other, pull each other up. Big fall-away slam. Now Lorana takes advantage as Warble goes outside to wrap things up. Nice gut-wrench suplex by Lorana. Pulls her up to her feet. And Warble's looking for some toys here. She's got the kendo stick. Big running kick by Lorana, and now there's the kendo stick. I didn't think we allowed toys in this match, but evidently we do. Lorana taking advantage, slams her straight down as Jayla goes outside. Now she picks up the stick. Nothing scarier than a monk carrying a weapon. Warble whips her into the ropes. Shoulder block goes nowhere. Jayla back in. Scoops her up onto the shoulders. And just military presses her straight down. Now comes after Lorana, who pulls her into a shoulder block. Now goes after Warble. Wraps her up. Going for the Satyr lock, but Jayla breaks that one up. Whips her into the rope. Shoulder block goes nowhere. Warble got in the middle of that one, unfortunately for her. Lorana into the corner. Drop kick onto Jayla. Lorana didn't have anything happen. Now throws her down. Face first. Jayla back up, but gets caught with a big kick. Series of kicks, and now the big clothesline. Now she's going to go outside for some toys. Let's see what she pulls up. Kendo stick. She doesn't like that and throws it down. Now she's going after Warble. Picks it, but Warble hurricanranas her right into the wall. Pulls her up, but nope. Lorana punches her way out as Jayla recovers inside the ring. Jawbreaker onto Lorana by Warble. Now Jayla's coming outside. Warble sneaks away back in. Jayla goes after Lorana. And just as she throws Lorana, Warble goes right after Jayla, wraps her up. Big powerbomb by the little Kenku. Warble thrown inside the ring by Lorana, comes back in after her as well. Here comes Warble. Goes up. Nice hurricanrana once again. But a quick kick by Lorana. Another series of shots there. A big knee. Down goes Warble. Hooks the leg. Goes for the pin. One count as Jayla comes right back in. Takes advantage. Pulls her up. Going for a powerbomb of her own. No. Lorana fights her way through. Goes for a sliding tackle there, but misses. Jayla celebrates instead. Now finds herself up on the top turnbuckle. Warble taking advantage here. Wraps her up. And nails her with the DDT. She calls it the Warble's call. Only a 2 count. Jayla still up on that top turnbuckle. In danger here. She goes up. Hurricanrana off the top rope. Hooks the leg. Goes for the pin. But Jayla kicks out as Lorana slowly gets to her feet. Going to take advantage here, go after Warble, wrap her up. Skullcracker to the back of the head. Goes back after Warble again. Knee buster. And now Jayla catches her from behind, wraps her up. Fisherman suplex. Hooks the leg, goes for the pin. Warble breaks it up immediately. And now comes after Jayla. Grabs the arm. Nice Russian leg sweep. Celebrates as Jayla rolls out. Warble goes right after Lorana. Quick kick. Wraps her up. And nails her with the mocker. Now going upstairs. Is she going to go for the Kenku flip? She is. Nails it. But here comes Jayla. She hooks the leg. Jayla breaks the pin up immediately. Wraps her up on her own. And has her up. No. She floats over. Chop block to the back onto Jayla. Lorana's back up to her feet. Shotgun drop kick misses. But Lorana goes right after Jayla, who gets knocked into Warble, who gets thrown down. Elbow by Warble to get free. Pulls her up. Slams her belly first straight down. Lorola rolls out. The Kenku goes for the pin. But no, Jayla kicks out one more time. Grabs the arm. Nice little monkey flip there by the Kenku. Goes after Jayla as Lorana comes back in the ring. Big forearm shot. And now Lorana takes her advantage. Elbow to the back. Scoops her up. Just flings her straight down. Big roundhouse kick. And Jayla comes in with the clothesline. Big series of stomps. Stomping the water out of the mud puddle. Flexes. Doesn't go for the pin. As Warble's looking for a toy. Does not take advantage of the opportunity. Now Warble's got the baseball bat. Swing and a miss, however. Warble gets out of what Jayla had planned there. Whips her hard into the corner. Wraps the arm around and just pulling on the arm around the rope. And now turns around, goes after Lorana. Shoulder block goes nowhere. Clotheslines her out of the ring. Goes back after Jayla, puts her up on top. She going to go for that Hurricane Rana again. It looks like it. Hurricane Rana off the top rope. Waiting for her to get up, but no! Kendo stick by Lorana. Swing and a miss on that one. Drop kick by Warble. Lorana's down, picks up the baseball bat. Swing and a miss at Lorana. Now Jayla comes in, big electric chair drop. And now Lorana goes after Jayla. The Kenku rolls out, ground and pound by Lorana. And now let's see what happens here. She's going to go to the toy box as Warble comes in up against Jayla, whips her hard into the ropes. Shoulder block goes nowhere. Kendo stick gets reversed onto Lorana. Jayla misses that knee shot by Warble. And Jayla misses a shot, but now has the full Nelson, but showing the body strength there. Goes into hammerlock onto Jayla, picks her up, slams her straight down. Now comes right after Warble with the big flurry of kicks. Big clothesline shot. Waiting for the Kenku to get up to her feet. And hits with the key point. Hooks the leg, goes for the pin. As Jayla flexes, Warble kicks out miraculously there. Jayla looking for the sledgehammer. There's the key point again, but gets hit right in the back with the sledgehammer. She rolls out. Jayla goes with the sledgehammer and misses on Warble. Gets a throat shot in, wraps her up. Hits the Warbler's call once again. Hooks the leg. Goes for the pin. And Lorana's there just in time to break it up. Goes after Warble. Blocks the shot. Warble gets a shot in. Wraps the arm around. Nice leg sweep. Now she'll go after Jayla with a big forearm shot. Jayla punches her way free. This has been an outstanding match here so far. Has her double hook suplex. And now goes after Lorana. Wraps her up. And hits her with the Druid Maker. 2, 3, and the match is over. And a lot of action, and the victory tonight goes to Jayla Fast Shadow. Sorry about that. Stuff there. There you see the mocker being applied to Lorana. You see, everyone had a lot of action going into this, going all over the place. But after all the toys were played with, the victory goes to Jayla Fast Shadow. 4.5-star match. You don't get those often. Enjoy them when they do. And now we will go back into men's singles action here as we have a big rivalry going on right now between one of our superhero characters and one of our sci-fi characters. Rule M has not liked, as of late, Callius Lucidus's attitude inside the ring, feeling like Callius feels like he's entitled to better treatment than the others. Callius wants to try to earn as much as he can so he can get the parts he needs to fix his spacecraft so he can go back to the Delta Quadrant where he is from. Rulem feels like everyone should be getting equal treatment and not have to put up with the entitlement of someone from somewhere other than Earth. So they're going to start settling things here inside the ring. Coming out first, came to this Earth planet, was duped into being a supervillain, now is paying his debt to society as well as his fines by competing here in Grappler's Keep. He is Rule M.
Making his way to the ring from the Queen City, weighing in at 220 pounds, Rule M.
He wants that security escort and lockdown every time he's not in the match, just to make sure that he doesn't go back to his old villainous ways. Trying to protect himself from himself. And he's going to make his way to the ring, taking on a person he has had a beef with for some time now, and that is Callius Lucidus. Rulem is out of the superhero RPG genre. And he's ready to take some action here inside the dice tray, as we like to call that's our pet name for the ring here. It looks like he is set and ready to go.
And his opponent from the future, weighing in at 215 pounds,
Callius Lucidus making his way to the ring. He, as we said, is from the Delta Quadrant. Accidentally crash landed here on this planet and was shocked to see how far behind we were technology-wise, as he is trying to repair his ship with what he can get here in our world. Doesn't exactly like what he sees, and his attitude kind of shows with the way the crowd kind of receives him right now. So it'll be he and Rulem fighting it off here inside the ring. Rulem is set. Callius is set as well. There's the bell, and here we go. And Rulem's coming right after Callius, not wasting any time. Big clothesline. Now Stomp pulls him out of the corner with a mini power bomb. Pulls the arm up. Big stomp right onto the tricep. And now some ground and pound. Callius trying to block, but not being completely successful. Now he's wide open for the cross faces. Big stomp, but Callius rolls out of the way of that one, but walks right into a big running clothesline. Shotgun drop kick, but Callius rolled away from most of that. Gets a shot to the back. Flips him over and is going for a heel hook. Trying to take the legs out from underneath Rulem, but instead gets kicked right in the face. But we'll see how much damage that does to Rulem. Now going for the shoulder pull. Trying to pull it out of the socket. And now he's going to go upstairs. Big elbow drop from the top rope. Hooks the leg, already going for the pin. But only a 1 count, way too early. Gives the "you're finished" signal to Rulem. Nice flip over the ropes, caught him by surprise. Onto the Eldritch Blast safety mats there outside the ring as the count starts. Throws Rulem right back in. No escape, no short rest. Callius comes back in, and Rulem's ready with a big running clothesline. Big clubbing forearm to the back, pulls him up. Quick wrap up, and now big belly-to-belly suplex. Flexes in front of Callius, giving him a chance to recover. Brings him over here to the ropes. And now just throws him between the ropes. What's he looking to do here? Another flip? Nope. Big running drop kick there between the ropes to knock him down. Scoops him up. Big face plant. Callies chaining together some quick moves here to keep rolling him off guard. Now a snap DDT. Helmet and all. Flips the arm out. Big double stomp onto the arm. And Callies is really putting together some good maneuvers here. Throws him back inside the ring. Back in before Rulem gets to his feet. Pulls him up the rest of the way. Big clubbing forearm shot. Another one. Another quick kick. Wraps him up. Hooks the leg. And the big drop down. The fisherman's buster here. He calls it the crash landing, but only got a 2 count. He thought he had it right there. Goes for a big shot, but Rulem gets the elbow to the gut first. Wraps him up. Nice. Arm hook slam there. Mocks Callius as he comes in, gets him with a big clothesline. Hard whip into the corner. And a big spear. Pulls him out. And now some ground and pound once again by the big guy. Some cross faces get through, and he's not stopping yet. Pulls him up to his feet. Wrapping him up. He might be going for the dethroner. He's got him up and nails it. Hooks the leg. Goes for the pin. And the victory tonight goes to Rulem. Callie has had a lot of good action going there early, but could not overcome the power of the villain turned superhero, Rulem. Celebrates there in front of the crowd. A little flexing there as well. I have a feeling we'll be seeing more of these two as the weeks come. And now, speaking of rivalries here, Komona, member of the green member of the Lightning League superhero group, did not care for Belle Sanders' stalking and destruction of Goldie Boone. Belle already had a history of doing damage to Goldie and her family, destroying the family ranch and everything. And then took away the only thing she had left, which was that championship belt. And Komona feels her superhero, and the superhero inside her just had too much. And now she's going after Belle Sanders for what she did to her friend Goldie Boone. We'll see what our superheroine can do against one of the baddest desperados in the West. Speaking of which,
is scheduled for one fall, making her way to the ring from Truth or Consequences, New Mexico, the prestigious Women's Wrestling Champion, Belle Sanders.
Belle Sanders, our women's champion, was escaping the law and got thrown into a time loop portal and finds herself here in the future instead of the weird Wild West, which is the genre she represents. Looking for a way to get back home to her time, but for now, she is celebrating that she is the Women's Lady of Valor champion. But coming out, it will be the person who's been very accusatory of her as of late. Komano making her way out, green member of the Lightning League. Out to defend the world in the ring from all threats, and she feels that Belle Sanders is the biggest threat here within Grappler's Keep, a person not worthy of the belt that she wears around her waist. She's shown herself to be a very proficient wrestler here in Grappler's Keep. Saluting the crowd as she always does. And looks like she's ready to go up against Belle Sanders here. Belle has to be careful. You never know if Annalith may try to cash in the bag of holding. There's the bell, and here we go. Quick flip and goes right into the big cosmic spin. Her Hurricanranas are down. Going right after Bell, holding the leg out. Big knee drop right onto the elbow. Big stomp to the head. Pulls the arm out. And double stomp onto the arm by Kimona. Big stomp on the arm. Again, trying to take those arms out of action. Just has those boots going, keeping Belle off her feet. Stomp to the back. Pulls her up, but Belle's ready. Nice fireman's carry reversal. Big stomp to the arm by her. Pulls the arm up, wrenches it around, and now kick to the gut. Posing for the crowd, Kimona gets up. Gets whipped hard into the ropes. Big boot kick by Belle. Slams the arm down. Pulls her up. Big kick to the back. Celebrates as Kimona gets up. Pulls her up. And a nasty DDT. Kimona rolls outside. Suicide dive by Belle. Caught Kimona by surprise. Nailed it perfectly on the Eldritch Blast safety mats as the count goes. There's one. Pulls her up. Doing the torture rack here onto Kimona. Kimona breaks her way free and comes with some strikes of her own. Now comes back inside the ring. Belle follows. Kimona waits. Big series of kicks by Belle. Down goes Kimona. Now it's ground and pound time. Looks like that last one got through. Now stomp to the gut. Walks away. Trying to figure out what she wants to do next. Going up, second rope. Works her way around. Big elbow drop. Hooks the leg, going for the pin. But no, Kimona kicks out. You can see Kimona still hurting from that beating so far. Belle pulls her up to her feet. Hits her with the big cyclone kick. Goes upstairs, second rope. Big body splash from the second rope. Now a soccer kick to the side. Mocking Kimona there on the mat. Pulls her up to her feet. Hard whip into the ropes. Leap over. Leapfrog. And a nice arm drag takedown by Belle onto Kimona. Now hooks the leg, goes for the pin. And it is over. And the victory goes to Belle Sanders. And she gets ready to leave the ring. Nope. She's stopping. Is she going to do what I'm afraid she's going to do? She's going right back after Kimona again. The match is over. Big series of kicks. The ref reprimanding her, telling her to get out. And now looks like Belle is going to do so. Message sent to Kimona that maybe you don't want to mess with me. We'll see what happens here. And now we have next a battle of former champion versus current champion here in Grappler's Keep. Jarduk. Oh, I guess they are not going against each other. It's going to be Jarduk Monka going up against Gandalon Obadias IV. We've had a schedule change here. Jarduk Monka at our last premium live event, the Dirty Deeds PLE, defeated the Dungeon Master and became the men's Master Melee champion, and he intends to have a strong, powerful, if not ruthless reign as the men's champion. He'll be going up against half of the men's tag team champions out of the Paladins, Scandalon Obadias IV. This should be a fun match to see what we have here in this one. Let me get my cue card here for Scandalon as we wait for things to load. And coming out first is Jarduk Munka. As I said, he is our men's champion. He was exiled from Neptune, where he ruled there, as he said, with an iron fin. And now he plans to conquer all things here, starting with Grappler's Keep.
Weighing in at 220 pounds, the prestigious men's wrestling champion, Jared Mullen.
So Jarduk Munka making his way up, proudly wearing that belt around his waist. Big victory there, and he says he has big plans to rule and dominate Grappler's Keep now that he has that belt around his waist. It feels it gives him the purview and the ability to remake Grappler's Keep in his image. Looks like he is set and ready to go. And coming out is his opponent, one half of the men's Knight of the Realm Tag Team Champions.
Imperium from Camelot, weighing in at 253 pounds, one half of the men's, the Universal Tag Team Champions, the Unrelenting Knights.
Scandalon Obadias IV. Half of the tag team, the Paladins, is going to be going up. So we have a champion versus champion match here tonight. No belts on the line. Makes his way here into the ring. As he finishes his entrance, looks like he is ready. There's the bell, and here we go. And Scandalon wastes no time. Quick German suplex, big boot to the face. Quick elbow by Jarduk to get free. Into the rope, and over the ropes goes Jarduk. Big shot there by Scandalon. Another big shot. And another, and down he goes. Scandalon going right after the champion, and the champion ready for him. Gets a shot in of his own. Wraps him up. Arm hook suplex. Nicely done. Pulls him up from behind. Nice flip over there. Nice little pancake maneuver there. Going at it. Big forearm shot there. And a nice measured elbow comes straight down. Big stomp. Another one. Jarduk celebrating here as the count continues to go. Count goes to 6. Pulls him up. Spins him around and brings it splashes him down once again. Now Scandalon gets a little adrenaline surge, throws Jarduk back in. Jarduk waiting for him, however. Big series of flips there. Nice sunset flip there. After a series of strikes, now stands prancing over him. Nice elbow drop there. Pulls him up to his feet. Wraps him up. Going for the bear hug, trying to squeeze the air and the life out of Scandalon. Elbow shot. And another, desperately trying to get free. boxes the ears, and now he's loose. Scandalon doesn't waste any time, going for a bear hug of his own. Jarduk breaks out of that fairly quickly. Scoops him up. Drops him straight down. Scandalon trying to pull himself up. Jarduk lets him pull up. Only quick whip into the other ropes. Caught him by surprise by hanging on to it, but still gets a good kick in anyway. There's another one. Wraps him up. Fisherman suplex there. Hooks the leg. Goes for the pin. But only a 2 count. Kick to the back. All right, looks like he wants to go for the re-entry into the rope. And hits the re-entry shot. Hooks the leg, goes for the pin. But no, Scandalon kicks free. Jarduk thought he had it right there. Scandalon pulling himself up on the ring apron outside the ropes. Jarduk comes right after him. Scandalon ready. The big punch there to get back in. Jarduk scoops him up. Body slam straight down. Nice sit-out slam there. Stomp misses. Scandalon hits him with the big drop kick. Caught Jarduk by surprise. Wraps him up. And he's going to hit him with his own move. He was going for the Gill Ripper, but Jarduk got into the ropes. Scandalon scolding him. We're taking such a quick way out. Pulls him up. And hits the smite. Now they're going at it. Hand and fist. Down goes Jarduk. Rolls out of the ring. Says he's had enough. The count's not started yet. And Jarduk says no, he's had enough of this match and he's starting to leave. Nope. Ben de Mustaine is coming. Benvarde de Mustaine. Former men's champ. There's Jarduk back into the ring. Scandalon ready for him. And he's going to cast the sleep spell on him. He's got him locked in. Can Jarduk get himself free? Elbows and now bridges out. Has Scandalon in a pin position here. He's forced to break the submission hold. Swing and a miss. Nice shoulder block there by Jarduk and another. Scandalon swing and a miss. And a big body slam straight down. Jarduk is waiting. Scoops him up. And he hits the retro rocket. Hooks the leg. Goes for the pin. And Scandalon kicks out. Somehow he's able to. He pulls himself up to his feet. Wraps him up. Shot right to the jaw. Scandalon's bleeding now. Has him up. Sidewalk slam. Hooks the leg again. And Scandalon kicks free again. Jarduk is stunned. He thought he had the match all wrapped up. Flips him over. Scandalon kicks free whatever Jarduk had planned. Nice shoulder block there by Scandalon. Caught him by surprise. Pulls him up. Flips him over. Slams straight down. Hooks the leg. And Scandalon defeats the men's champion. With a little help of Ben de Mustaine preventing Jarduk from leaving the match and getting this disqualification for the countout. A new move here from Scandalon. Is that the new glaive? No, is that the glaive? Is that the halberd? What are we going to call that one? Big win by Scandalon nonetheless. And looks like Ben de Mustaine didn't like Jarduk disgracing the men's belt by trying to leave the match and not finishing it. We'll see what Jarduk has to say about that. We'll see what Ben has to say about it. So a huge match there as we go into our main event here. Okay, this is going to be singles action. We thought it was booked as tag team, but it's not. Charity Philpott out of the team. She is the Chill out of Thrill and Chill, will be going up against Sable, half of the women's tag team champions, Cyber Sister. Little stuff going on here during our break and all that. Again, these two, Cyber Sister, are out of the Cyberverse from the cyberpunk world, and Charity and Chastity of Thrill and Chill, more of a Victorian noir steampunk kind of thing, feel like the old ways are better than this cyberpunk stuff. And Sister Cyber has decided they're going to show them otherwise. It looks like we'll be seeing it in singles action here. So coming out first is Charity Philpott.
Making her way to the ring, representing the Thrill Seekers from the old country, Charity Philpott.
She is the modern Victorian woman fighting evils within the world. And right now she feels cyberpunk is the biggest evil for her to go up after here. I got my cards backwards, or else that didn't come through right, one or the other. And it looks like we've not seen her in singles action yet. Normally it's in tag team partner with her cousin, Chastity York. And coming out, half of the Cyber Sisters, wearing that tag team belt proudly. It is Sable. A cyberpunk girl, master of cyber implants, and rescued her sister Shiny from death with her ability to put new implants in.
And representing Pretty Mean Sisters from Chroma City, one half of the women's, the Universal Tag Team Champions, Sable.
All right, Sable making her way inside the ring, wearing that championship belt proudly. Again, normally we see her in tag team action. It'll be fun to see her in solo action here tonight. Neither one has their tag team partner to rely on, so this will be fun to see how well they do in our main event here tonight. There's the bell, and here we go, and Sable comes right in with a running neck breaker. Not wasting any time, trying to get the crowd going here. Big stomp to the face. On to Charity, pulls her up. Big forearm shot, and down she goes. Big stomp. Pulls the arm out, another stomp onto the arm. Pulls her up to her feet. Quick snap mare into the ropes, and now a big running boot. Pulls her up to her feet. Scoops her up, and Charity had that one blocked. Now holds the arm up. Big series of kicks to the chest. Double stomp to the gut. Another big kick by Charity. Now mocking Sable to get up. Waiting for her to get up. And here she comes with a few strikes of her own. Pulls her into a lariat. Nicely done. Be careful what you ask for, Charity. You may get it. Quick kick to the gut. Another quick kick. Pulls her up. And nice Hurricane Rana straight over. Charity pulling herself up with the ropes. And big running clothesline knocks her over the rope and onto the Eldritch Blast safety mats there on the outside of the ring. Comes back in. No rest for the weary. Wraps her up. Has her up on the shoulder. Try and go for the submission with the torture rack. Breaks herself free. Charity's not gotten a lot of offense in this match so far. It's been all Sable as we see it again. Hooks up and another Hurricane Rana. Pulls her up. Big kick to the back. And now Sable's the one doing the mocking. It's going up top. She going for the kinetic elbow maybe. Nope, the big body splash instead. Hooks the leg. But kicks out. Pulls her up to her feet once again. Spins her around and hits the retro slam. I think we were blocked by the ring post. And this is over. A big win for Sable. Charity gets up, swing and a miss. Not liking their result here. There goes Sable with the shots. Now clotheslines Charity out of the ring. And now celebrates the victory once again. So a big win for Sable. And that, everyone, brings us to the end of this week's edition of Grappler's Keep. Hope you enjoyed the matches we had here tonight. We'll be back every Saturday with more matches as we get ready for the Coronation Tournament and for our next premium live event, the Fiendish Stockade, our version of Hell in a Cell. So let's go ahead and get things set up here. Come on, get me out of the game. Be a good computer. There we go. And now let's see where we can go do a little rating here. Let's see who's up and on and going. See if we can find someone we know or maybe someone we've not met yet. So let's take a look here. Okay, Joe, we got Data Dave. Madam Gandalf, Chaotic Neutral Goblin. Playmat's doing a D&D one-shot. Let's see, Painting Pirate. Okay, Becca. Encounter Online, doing a session 1 of a new D&D 5e series. That could be interesting. Jarl of Goats. Let's see who else is here. PB, Brojenki, and Prax is on. Let's go ahead and Prax has probably got her doing her book club here tonight. We're going to go ahead and raid Prax, a very good friend. On Sundays, this coming Sunday, tomorrow night, will be the final episode of her Southern Gothic tabletop RPG that she has going called Carousel Court. Very good one. And I have been doing radio ads for her to play during the intermissions, and I have the last one sent to her. Thesmophoria. There we go. So let's go ahead and raid into her. So schedule the rest of the time out is going to be back to normal. Monday, we will be back with Family Night at the Emporium as my daughter Bonnie and I are working our way through it 100% out the game Lego Star Wars, the Skywalker Saga, or as we prefer to call it, the Further Adventures of Mousedroid. We've finished up Mustafar and we're on the next planet on the list here as we're working our way through. I think we're about 2/3 of the way through the planets now. And we're hoping to find all the bricks and everything there. So that'll be Monday nights. Wednesday night is Baldur's Gate 3, where we are doing the story, The Legend of Ben de Mustaine. He is a gold dragonborn paladin, and he and his group have just finished things in the Underdark, and we have literally just entered the Shadowlands. So it's going to be fun to see how our adventure works in there as we work our way through this first time through playing of Baldur's Gate 3. And then we'll be back here on Saturday afternoons. You'll usually find me on Wandering DM's channel at 1 p.m. as we are in the final arc of Scion, Birth of the New Gods, where I play Professor Finbar O'Dubda. He is a folklore and literature professor at a college in Ireland, but more importantly to the story, he is also the scion or son of Ogma out of the Celtic pantheon of gods. So, been having some fun with that. When we last left off, we found ourselves missing one of our players, one of our party, and we are in the underworld. We're literally on Charon's boat as we're heading to wherever our destination there on the Underdark is. So that we will be starting. That'll be Saturdays at 1 p.m. Eastern on Wandering DM, and then we'll be back here next Saturday, of course, at 8 p.m. with more action here inside the Dice Tray as we continue with Grappler's Keep, this WW 2K23 universe that we have created. So let's get ready to raid Pat Prax. If you like what you see here, you want to talk things on different things of the games we have doing or other stuff in general, join us on Discord. There's a link to join us there in chat as we speak. If you're catching this slide, but you still want to see what we have going on, we have our YouTube channel. We keep that up to date with all of the streams that we do here as well, to give you an option there for in case you want to catch the video on demand as well. And also on Discord, we have a special section called the Prayer Closet. Here in this household, we believe in the power of prayer. We know it is real. We know it is powerful. We know it works. If you have a need, if you have a concern, if you have a request, please place it there and we will be praying for you. And this isn't just a thoughts and prayers and then nothing happens. I have a list in Evernote of all the people that I have on the prayer list that I am praying for. So if you have a need, please place it there and we'll be praying for you. If you'd rather not say exactly what it is because of personal or private reasons, stuff like that, which we can understand. Some things are a little bit too personal for everyone in the internet to see. So just use just place in the praying hands emoji. We'll take that as what we call an unspoken request, which means God knows what it is. You know what it is. We don't know, but we don't have to know. All we need to know is that the need is there, and we'll be praying for you just as hard if we knew exactly what was going on. So please take advantage of that. Let's go ahead and get the... Praxagor. Okay, how badly did I spell it? Praxagor. Oh, I left out the M. Let's try this again. Copy. /raid. That's Mo for you. There we go. Let's go ahead and raid Prax. So, hope you all had a good time. And until next time, everyone, may green be the grass below you, may blue be the sky above you, may straight be the path before you, and warm be the hearts that love you. Good night, everybody.
It is the best Twitch channel that is secretly an old-timey ice cream parlor on either side of the Mississippi, or the Rockies. And you should hear about the specials. Monday nights is Bonnie's Bonbons, cream extravaganza with all the float sodas and sundaes you can shake a stick at. I can shake a stick at quite a lot of Sundays. But there is also a Fudge Rodin Sunday special on Tuesdays, and the famous 1, 2, 3 parfait on Wednesdays, where wrestlers meet up in the squared circle to work out their differences with some healthy wrestling-style fisticuffs. It is all good, clean fun. Hawkeye's old-time gaming emporium. Their milkshakes bring all the gamers to the yard, and their content is more exciting than any Nickelodeon. Take your horse and buggy to their address, twitch.tv/KY Hawkeye.
This has been a Diet Water production.